Hello everybody. Now I am sorry that this video is late. I really am sorry. But I'm gonna try my best to get this review done. So I did watch the Smash Machine on Saturday. And this may actually be one of my more quicker reviews here because in all honesty, I have to just say I thought this was actually a good film. I read the reviews. I read the reviews. A lot of them are just not that good. It may say that it's just alright, but no. That they're just saying that to be nice. Most of them I read are not that very good. But so this movie is a historical sports biopic about Mark Kerr, a mixed arts fighter. Now, this movie for me, it's hard for me not to bring up the Iron Claw of like the movie about the other wrestling movie also by A24, weirdly enough. But yeah, but in this movie, this movie is really about Marker from 1997 till 2000, from like his personal life and like how boxer take not boxing, but just how fighting takes a emotional toll on him. I mean, I'm gonna say this right now. This is maybe the best performance I ever seen of Dwayne Johnson. I thought he was really, really good in the movie. I could really tell that this role means a lot to him. I can also just tell just that he really this is his most passionate role yet. Like he was really, really good in this movie. I generally think he deserves an Oscar nomination for this role. I thought he was really, really good. Emily Blunt, I thought was alright actually though. Emily Blunt didn't give a bad performance either. I'm gonna say that too. I thought the direction for the most part was actually really well done, and I really love how this movie. There's nothing about this movie that screams 2025. Most of this movie just screams early 90s like fighting. That's another thing. From like the way that it looks, certain scenes. I really appreciate that aspect about this movie. Now, the reason why I say this movie is going to be quick is because now in terms of my negatives though with this movie though, I'm not gonna lie, this movie did feel a little too long if I'm being honest. There was some scenes I did felt was a little bit forced, and there was definitely moments in this movie that, in all honesty, I mean, there's a documentary which this movie is based on. I highly recommend watching that more than this movie. But I'm not saying this movie is terrible, but at the same time, I can just say is this is probably one of my more disappointing films of the year. Not terrible, but a very disappointing movie. I mean, this movie is written about one of the Safdie brothers, the people who did one of my favorite movies in the last 5 years. I'm sorry, not 5, 10 years. I'm Uncut Gems. So I really had high expectations for this one, for him going solo, and not terrible, but I wish it could have been great. But it's not terrible, but still a good movie, but just not great.